Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. Today is Tuesday, April 15th, which means we have a new Atomic Shop weekly update that starts today, Tuesday, April 15th, that goes to next Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. The featured section here looks like we got some nice new items, which is pretty awesome. We have the Junkyard Dog Bundle for 1,200 atoms. Very, very cool. Nice little bundle there. Actually, it's a pretty good price. We have the Rottweiler, something that a lot of people have been waiting for quite some time. You can buy him by itself for 800 atoms. Pretty sharp. Junkyard Food Bowl, 500 atoms. So we can use this for any dog. All right, so just an FYI, not just the Rottweiler. Rusted chain collar for the dog, 250 atoms. So that is pretty cool, pretty awesome. The one previous to this was more of a kind of Christmassy kind of theme. Now, if you are having a hard time placing down the dog house and how to install the collar around the dog, I did make a video this past November 2024 on a couple of season pass dog and cat that we got, and I show you where to find them in the build menu and how to install this chain collar or some sort of collar on them. All right, so just an FYI, that video is timestamped. It would apply for all pets. All right, so just an FYI there. And again, I do recommend having a pet in your camp because they do give you a legendary item from time to time. And you don't even have to be in your camp. You can be literally anywhere on the map, and it'll pop up on the screen that your pet gave you a legendary item, which is pretty cool. Military surplus bundle, 360 atoms. Okay, so the bundle is 1,800 atoms. It's heavily discounted for me, as you can see. Again, we do get some items in there. It's a little cheaper for me. This little device here, this undetonated bomb. So when you interact with it, it will give you rads. All right. So if you would have saw my videos the last 2 weeks at my other camp up at the Toxic Valley as a ghoul, I had it installed there, and I kind of showed that off during the camp tour that I made. Again, it's very small, as you can see it, as compared to the radiation barrel. But it gives you the same amount of rads that a radiation barrel will give you. It's a nice little piece to have, right? And I know a lot of people don't have it, all right? So now is your chance to get that if you so wish. Junkyard Welder Bundle. Original cost is 1,500 atoms. It is a little bit discounted for me because I own some items in here. Helvetia Easter Camp Bundle. Okay, 30% off. Original cost is 1,800. Discount is 540. We just had this one here not that long ago. Looks like we have the caged rabbit. So that there is a camp resource. It collects fertilizer, okay? But if you already have something similar to this, is what's called a rad pheasant, okay? Same kind of deal, cage rad pheasant, this cage rabbit. They do the same thing. I believe it's 12 fertilizer it gives you. So just an FYI, in case you guys are wondering. This is the Ghoul Dance. This was I believe, the April 2025 bonus for the Fallout First members. Nice little emote to have. Pretty cool. Flowery Deathclaw Easter egg. I've had this for quite a long time. This has been around for a very long time. Like I would say at least 4 years this thing's been around. And we can get different kind of eggs around as well. And I think they'd be giving us one maybe each day, but we'll have to see how it goes. But it's just a floor decor. It doesn't really do anything other than decoration. All right, Moth Tracker. We got this one here last week. So unfortunately, I was unable to kind of go through these because I was away for my work trip. So as we see here, the Moth Tracker bundle, original cost is 1,800. It's slightly discounted for me because I did end up buying that summoning circle, this guy right here. I'm going to use that in my Halloween camp. Watchtower, 700 atoms. Nice little prefab there. Doesn't look like a whole lot can fit in that. Let me know in the comments if you did end up purchasing this. Again, it looks cool, but I don't think it fits a whole lot inside. The summoning circle, this is pretty nice. I believe it was 700 atoms, I believe. And again, it is basically when you interact with it, it does give you a little bit of intelligence boost. And of course, intelligence will give you extra XP as you kind of go along. But as you can see, the size of it there as compared to a character. I was going to make a video on it there, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And I'm going to kind of use that in my Halloween camp. The Moth Tracker Searchlight, 250 atoms by itself. I think it's a fair size because those signs are a fair size as well. So just an FYI. Cultist, what? Candelabra? 500 atoms, right on. Very cool looking indeed. I wish it was more 250 atoms. That would be even better. But it looks like a nice little owl in there, pretty sharp. Charles Painting Stash Box, 500 atoms. I haven't seen this for quite some time. It's very nice to have it back. Very, very creepy looking as well. I've been kind of on the fence of buying this one as well for my Halloween camp. Mothman Devote Bundle. So original cost is 1,000. Again, it's a little bit discounted for me because I own some items in here. Mothman Paints and Lamps. 40% off. Original cost is original cost is 1,200 and the cost is 720. So armor, paint set, and headlamp. So that is pretty sharp. Your different types of power armor there, as you can see, includes a Mothman red headlamp with the same power armor. So that's pretty cool. The Vengeful Mothman, 20% off for 200 items. Another emote there. Don't provoke the Vengeful Mothman. Fair enough. Greatest hits, best the best here. We have the Deathclaw Barbecue Bundle. Pretty cool. 30% off. Original cost is 1,800. Discount is 540. So there is our Deathclaw slow cooker. We talk about camp resource a lot here on the channel. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of them. And what it does, it will collect meat, but not only collects meat, but it cooks it at the same time. So it counts as a meat-based meal and a cooked meal, okay? And definitely a big help when you're doing daily, weekly challenges. Even if you're a herbivore, a camp resource like this, because there's just daily, weekly challenges, having these one in your camp will definitely benefit you as well. As well as some other items in there. And it's always good to kind of read the description below. Just don't look at the pictures when buying. Fire Hazard Bundle, 30% off. Original cost is 1,300. Discount is 390. Pretty cool. Just an FYI, that old Glory Chimney set, I believe when you install that, it has to be over a door frame here in your camp. So just an FYI. Brotherhood Field Station Bundle, 30% off. Original cost is 1,800. Discount is 540. Pretty cool little weight bench there. So you see there, here it says chalkboard letter kit. Okay. So the chalkboard letter kit, it's not an actual chalkboard. Okay. All you're getting is a letter kit that looks like it's been written in chalk. Okay. I actually did a video on this. Gosh, I would say maybe late 2022, early 2023. The video is a little rough because when I first started making videos, but you can actually apply it to certain walls in your building kits, okay? Not just a chalkboard. But again, it's not a chalkboard itself. It's just a letter kit, FYI. Playground Bundle, 30% off. Original cost is 1,200. Discount is 360. There's some nice items in here. Got that hanging raider cage. That's a pretty nice little cage. I find sometimes it is a little hard to build in your camp because, as funny as it sounds, those roots, even though it's a dead tree, the roots actually have to be in the ground. So it can kind of make it hard when you're trying to install it. So just an FYI on that. Blue Ridge Paint, they're 30% 30% off for 840 atoms for your different types of power armor. Tool shed. Oh, wow. 30% off for 350 atoms. That's pretty cool. We haven't seen this around in a very, very long time. Wow. 350 atoms. Huh. That's actually not too bad, actually. I might actually buy that. I might buy that bad boy. Huh. Destroy trailer, 30% off for 350 atoms. Not a big fan of this one, but a tool shed, that looks pretty cool. Armor Ace paint, 30% off for 350 atoms. So it's paint for the Hellstorm missile launcher. I'm not too sure who uses these days, but here's a paint for it. Hellcat field gear. I've had this for quite some time. I can't even remember where I got this from. I think off of maybe a previous scoreboard, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Special free special offers. We have the King of Hearts poster. It's a fair size poster, actually, as you can see the size of it there. There's actually different variations of that one as well. I guess these caps are already claimed, which is weird. So every day we do get a free item in the Atomic Shop. And even if you play for about 5-10 minutes every day, I always recommend to come here to the special free special offers tab and claim your free item. And unfortunately, sometimes this happens. I don't know why it does, but it shows up as already claimed. Weird. High-tech computer array. This is pretty cool. It's 50. Sorry, geez, get that out of me. 50% off or 250 atoms. Too many 50s going around there. Pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. Looks very good in camps. I have seen this in people's camps, and looks pretty sharp looking with all the lights and stuff. Rustic Helvetian Hideaway Bundle, 50% off for Fallout First for 900 atoms. Original cost is 1,800. Nice little kit there. Pretty sharp. Again, there are some overlapping items in here from the previous bundles we looked at. What else we got here, Jim? Abandoned Clinic. Okay, so the last couple days for this. So I did end up buying this bundle for 1,800 atoms. It was just cheaper because I wanted to buy a couple things here like this Doctor's Order cigarette machine and the blood transfusion pump. I did do videos on those a couple weeks ago. You can check out those videos if you so wish. So the Abandoned Clinic kit by itself, just like that nice little kit set. Abandoned Clinic door. Blood transfusion pump. So if you are a ghoul, it gives you rads. If you're a smooth skin, it takes rads away. All right. But it does look really cool, actually. I do like it in my camp that I have up in the Toxic Valley. And you guys have seen me use that quite often. I actually use it quite often. Doctor's Order cigarette machine. So this is a real nice camp resource. It collects cigarette packets, cigarette cartons, cigarettes and cigars. It also collects the odd chem or two. I have yet to see it collect berry mentats, but it will collect mentats, like orange ones I've seen it collect. But this is probably one of the best camp resources here in the game. And you can buy it by, so I believe it was 700 atoms, and this one was 700 atoms. So that's why I ended up buying the whole kit for 1,800. Why not, right? Examination light is a fair size light, as you can see there next to that little gurney with the alien on it. It's a fair size light. Privacy screen. Nurse Guinevere's bundle, 30% off. Original cost is 1,000. Discount is 300. It's a Fallout First discount there. Solomon Hardy, 30% off for 1,050. So I thought this was something wrong with that price. I don't know if I'd pay that much price for him, but he's a light ally, so he does not give you quests. He will give you buffs, and I think he sells things as well, but I don't think he's worth that many atoms, to be honest. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so a nice camp pet there, the Rottweiler. You have this rusted chain collar. That's pretty cool. You're almost better off just buying the bundle, to be honest with you. And that way there you can use that on any dog that you have, and that food bowl looks pretty cool, and you get yourself a Rottweiler at the same time. That's just my suggestion anyway. I don't plan on buying it myself, but if you are on the fence about it there. But again, this will probably be around for the next couple weeks anyway. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like, subscribe, and sharing the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ben Durant, John DJ59, Picquerist, Benny Bunny, Gwen Trutnau. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.